Hey guys, I'm back. It's Denise doing another segment to add to our Cooking in the Time of Rona channel. You guys have inspired me to continue sharing recipes, and one of the things I wanted to share today was my rum cream infused pancakes. So just like we all have been with other recipes, I make pancakes a lot, and sometimes it's just like, oh, regular pancakes. Really trying to get uh, different opportunities to try things. So this is my one time. I've been practicing, however, during this time with this particular recipe because I accidentally found a real small bottle of Jamaican rum cream in the refrigerator, and I thought, ooh, let's see what that could be like in pancakes. So it took a little while for me to sort of manage or sort of figure out how to enhance the typical pancake recipe or whatever the typical recipe is on the back of the box, because it's not from scratch with flour. Get it to a place where it's infused just enough to make sure everybody in the house is not too happy. So I wanted to just let you know that it's really easy, and I will post the specific ingredients, but just so you know, I use regular Aunt Jemima pancake flour, just that comes in the box. I don't use complete, because that, you just add water, which really takes away from the flavoring, and it kind of makes it really chewy. So I use the original mix, and then to that I just follow the recipe on the back when you add eggs and milk and all the other stuff. But what I do add, in addition to all of the ingredients that are on the back of the box, is I add probably about, if you do sort of the regular serving, is probably about a third, maybe a little less than a third cup of the rum cream. And in addition to that, I also add half of that. So I don't know. I don't measure much. I said this the last time. I don't really measure, but I also add in, for just a little bit more flavor, the coffee creamer, like the flavored coffee creamer. So whichever one you have is fine. An extra dash of cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla. That's kind of all I add. And once I do all of that, I mix it all up and make pancakes. So I've already gone ahead and made some batter using that recipe. The consistency is kind of like this, right? It shouldn't be too runny, it shouldn't be too thick, and make sure that your pan is is hot enough, but not too hot, because then that's when you start to scorch it. So I just let it sort of warm up, and which I've already started, and put it on more closer to low heat, so that the pan heats evenly, and it really does take time instead of turning it up high and burning pancakes. The other thing that I do, which I don't know if anybody else does, so I'm a bit curious to find out, is I actually use olive oil. I don't use butter or regular oil, but I use olive oil in the pan, and I just drizzle a little bit in the pan. And you don't taste the olive oil when you make the pancakes, promise. So you can tell, when the oil is sort of nice or when the pan is nice and hot, because the oil really sort of runs very quickly across the pan. And all I do, and again, never overmix your pancake mix, right? Because then it won't rise. But all I do is I just use a scoop, take a scoop out, pour it in, right? And depending on the pancake sizes you like, sometimes I make them small, like, the silver dollar pancakes, or make them like really big, like you get in diners, which I love. This one is just going to be sort of a medium size. So the pan is hot, and the way that you can actually tell when your pancakes are ready to, or your pancake is ready to be turned over, is when it starts to bubble, right? When you see all the little bubbles come up in the middle. Don't be too impatient. If your pan is hot enough, if you take the time to heat your pan or preheat your pan, then you don't have to worry about it burning or rushing. It'll bubble evenly around the pancake. I always do check on the bottom just to see the browning, because I like it, you want to make sure it's cooked on the inside, so I like it kind of brown. But once it bubbles around, for me, what I do is I watch the edges of it, and when it bubbles around the edges, I wish I could show it to you, but when it bubbles around the edges more, I just take it up and flip it over, right? Sometimes I get a perfect pancake, sometimes I don't. It's okay. It's taste that matters, and as long as it's, almost round, it's fine. So because I didn't mix this a whole lot, this pancake, has some rise to it, which I'm really happy about. And again, it just takes some time to sort of cook on the other side, and I check it just again to make sure, that it doesn't burn. And I'm really excited because I did a good job heating this pan. Now, I'm going to turn this off because we've got the magic of TV happening, where I've already made some in advance. So, okay, already made some pancakes in advance, and let's bring you in a little bit closer. All right. Hopefully you can see that. What I also did, which I tried, which was sorry about that. So what I also did, which I tried to do, and I think it tastes pretty good, was a recommendation that a friend of mine said, because I wanted to really, again, bring out the flavor. I mixed rum cream, 1 part rum cream, 2 parts maple syrup, probably like a fourth, no, like just a slice of butter, just, regular, the stick of butter. And then I added some light cream to it and sort of mixed it up to make this sauce. And that's what we got. So it's, I guess it's a compote, I guess it's a sauce, I'm not sure. I had it, it tasted wonderful. It tasted like rum cream and butter. Anyway, try the recipe, let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Okay, or in the comment section, that's right. Again, rum cream pancakes, easy. Prep time was really quick. Again, this took me a total of 30 minutes to mix up and sort of make this. The sauce I made a little bit beforehand. I put it on top of the stove, let it, sort of boil, and then was ready to go. Okay. Again, try it. Let me know if you like it, and see you next time.